Hi, welcome to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. I'm Instructor Dwayne Jenkins. Whether you've been here before or this first time you're stopping by, I want to say thank you so much for being here today. In today's video lesson, we're going to be talking about some more of this book right here, Rock Guitar 101, a book that I wrote myself. It says Dwayne Jenkins right there. And we've been doing some video lessons on what's in the book here. And we are now to lesson 6, which is a fun lesson that I like. This is about Intro to Lead Guitar Playing. So let's check it out.
Audio Jungle.
Alright, now, lead guitar playing, okay? So, once you've got your open chords down and you've got your power chords, you're moving them up and down the fretboard, you've created your rhythm, you've got your picking hand development down, you know, by this time you should be pretty good at playing rhythm. And it's, you know, rhythm is something you're always going to continue to work on, so even if you haven't, you know, just continue to work on it, okay? You probably won't master it right away, but just continue to master it. But by now you should have the fundamentals down, okay? Your open chords, your closed power chords that you can move up and down the fretboard, okay? You should have some of your picking hand development that we talked about in some of the other lessons. If you haven't seen those, be sure to go to my YouTube channel. You can check those out. I'll leave some links below with some of the stuff below in the video, okay? Now, lead guitar playing, here's what I wrote in the book. Lead guitar playing works with scales instead of chords, okay? Scales are notes in a specific order played separately, as where chords chords are notes that are played together, okay? Scales are usually notes that are played separately, okay? Okay, so when it comes to scales for lead guitar playing, there's really literally thousands of them, which is true. You know, I know it's crazy, huh? But we don't need to learn thousands of. We don't even need to learn hundreds of them. We only really need to learn one for our purpose here today. Okay, and we're going to get into that in a second. Okay, so in the book, well, the one that's the most common that everybody plays lead guitar playing, which is what I would recommend you start out with, is the minor pentatonic scale. It's actually a minor or a major depending on where you started from. We'll just call it the minor pentatonic for right now. And the reason why is because rock music is usually in a minor key because it's this kind of the sound of the music. So we'll just say minor pentatonic, okay? Now what this is, it's a scale. It's we'll call it a scale box pattern. And if you learn this, you'll learn how to use this scale box pattern, and you can play it all over the neck. You can do some really cool stuff with it as far as playing lead guitar, and this is what I'd recommend, okay? If you look, it's a scale, but let's look at it as like a pattern. It'll be easier to learn, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it right here at the 5th fret. This the reason why I'm playing here, it's a very common place to play it, okay? A really good place to learn it first, and then eventually after you learn it, then you can move it up and down the fretboard. But we're just going to start for right now learning it right here at the 5th fret, okay? So if we start on the 6th string and we play 5 to 8, okay? Now you could use your 3rd finger if you want, okay? I'd recommend getting that pinky going, okay? Very important. But if you can only use the 3rd finger, that's okay too, all right? It's not a big deal. You know, some people have a hard time getting that pinky up there. I do pretty well with it, so I use the pinky. But it doesn't really matter if you use the 3rd finger or the pinky. Just kind of whatever's best for you, okay? So what we're looking at is the notes, the pattern, how it functions, okay? So we got 5, 8. Then the next string is going to be 5, 7. 5, 7 again. 5, 7 again. 5, 8. And 5, 8, okay? So you want to be able to master that. 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, okay? And just be able to do that up and down the fret just like this. And then go backwards. 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5. Now if you want to use the 3rd finger, you could go like this. I would recommend doing the pinky if you can. It's going to be more efficient playing. That's what you want to do, is get that scale where you can play it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down like it's nothing, okay? Then you want to move it around. Try it here. Okay, move it up here to this dot. Now I know I'm playing it kind of fast. You're not going to be able to play it fast like that to begin with. That's not a problem. But I'm just trying to tell you, get that to where you can get it up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down like it's nothing, okay? Once you get to that point, then what you want to do is you want to learn to add some personality notes to it, okay? And this talks about it in the book as well. Some certain things like hammer-ons, okay, where you take a note, you hit it, and you hammer on to another one without picking it. That's a hammer-on, because your finger is hammering onto the string. Now, the other thing is a pull-off, where you have two fingers down, you pick the note, and you pull off like that, okay? And you can tell my finger's literally like pulling off the string, okay? That's why they call it a pull-off. So with the hammer-on, you're going to start with one finger down, and then you're going to add a finger, or add a note, whatever you want to call it. With the pull-off, you're going to start with two fingers down and take a note away. Okay? Now if you practice that, let's see you practice it in hammer-ons, and then pull-offs. Okay? Hammer-ons and pull-offs, major thing in guitar playing, okay? Second thing, bends, okay? Take a string and you bend it. You can use two fingers if you want. See how it gives the notes character. Okay. Now just stick to those notes that we've talked about in this scale. See how that bend adds character to the note? You can bend it up, and bring it back down. You can bend it up, then strike it and bring it down like this. Bend it up, strike it. See how it adds character to the notes. That's what you're after, okay? So we got the hammer-on, the pull-off, and the bend. Another technique that's really good is your vibrato. This is a hard technique, but work on it, you'll get it. Once again, we're adding character to the notes. What you do is you strike the note and you kind of wiggle it up and down on the fretboard, okay? It's not an easy technique and it does take some time, but if you work with it, you'll get it, okay? I promise you. Alright? And then another technique to add character is the slide. Slide from one note to the next. This would be sliding up. This would be sliding down. Okay, so if you're going towards the headstock that way, that's sliding down. If you're going towards the bridge this way, you're sliding up. And that's a good exercise as well, just trying to slide from note to note. Okay. Another thing that's good is it's called unison bends if you bend two strings at once. That's a little bit harder, a little bit more advanced, so I'm not going to talk too much about that in this training. It's a beginner level, but that's another thing too. But the main thing you want to do is practice this scale. If you practice this scale, just this scale, don't worry about any of those other ones, just this one right here, and you get to where you can play it up and down. Then you start adding those personality licks. And that's how you play lead guitars, doing stuff like that. Then eventually you learn like guitar licks, like you know, your hammer-ons, pull-offs. Throw a bend in there. See? Alright, so there you have it. Some ideas on introduction to lead guitar playing. Like I said, the minor pentatonic scale, I played it right here. But you can play it anywhere. Just learn that scale, learn to play it all over the neck. Okay, learn those personality licks like I was telling you, the hammer-ons, the slides, the bends, the vibrato, you know, and put all that stuff together. If you work with it enough, you'll see it'll just start to develop. You'll get creative with it, you know. Now there's a lot more to it than that, of course. You know, you got to know your scales and where to play and stuff like that. But this is just an intro to this lead guitar playing, okay? Now, if you are interested in pursuing a little bit more of your lead guitar playing, I would highly recommend you get this book right here. This is another book I wrote. This one's called Lead Guitar Wizardry Volume 1, and it goes into the fundamental principles of lead guitar playing, okay? So if it's something you want to pursue, I would highly recommend this. We're going to do some video series on this book as well, okay? Show you some techniques, so be sure to watch for that, because that's going to be a really great series, real exciting for that. And this book is great because it shows you all kinds of techniques, very fundamental way of showing it to you, simple with diagrams, really easy to understand. So if you want to pursue lead guitar playing, I'd highly recommend get that book, okay? And I'll leave some links below. So that should be it. That's our introduction to lead guitar playing. Oh, I love playing guitar. It's so much fun. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Be sure to check out my website at dwaynesguitarlessons.com. Be sure to join my guitar club through the email so that you can get a lot of great training tips through your email. And be sure to like the channel and subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification for that bell for future notifications. You know what I'm talking about. And if you have any questions about your guitar playing, about anything that you're working on, be sure to let me know in the comments below and I'll help you out. Okay? So thank you so much. Till our next lesson, you take care.